7 most dangerous jobs that you have never heard of. Number 7 is the lighthouse keeper. Being a lighthouse keeper sounds like a pretty cushy job. All you have to do is make sure the light is kept clean and the machinery is working properly. The worst part of the job is probably having to climb the stairs to the top of the lighthouse so many times a day. But that is nothing compared to the dangers these men once faced. Back in the days before automation, lighthouse keepers had to manually rotate the Fresnel lens that focused the light. This required a man to climb to the top of the lighthouse in a basket suspended from a crane. If the rope holding the basket snapped, the keeper would either fall into the freezing cold sea or be smashed into the rocks below. Even if the rope didn't snap, climbing to the top of a lighthouse in a raging storm was dangerous enough. Keepers would often be hit by flying debris and strong winds, trying to keep the light operational. Today, most lighthouses are automated, but there are still some remote ones that need a human touch. And believe it or not, people actually apply for the position of lighthouse keeper. No. 6 is the chimney sweep. These days, we tend to think of chimney sweeps as jolly men who sweep our chimneys and then give us an ominous warning about the state of our souls. But chimney sweeping is actually one of the oldest professions in the world. It dates all the way back to ancient Greece. In Victorian England, chimney sweeping became a popular job for young boys who were paid very little and forced to work in dangerous conditions. They would climb up tall chimneys to clean suit out with a stiff brush. The boys were so small that they could fit up the narrow chimneys. If they fell, they would plummet many stories and often be killed or seriously injured. The worst part is that this was considered a normal job and people didn't even think twice about it. It wasn't until 1840 that laws were passed to stop the worst abuses against chimney sweeps. But even today, there are people who die while chimney sweeping. It's mostly adults this time who underestimate how dangerous the job can be. Salvors are professional treasure hunters who search underwater shipwrecks for valuables. It might sound exciting, but the truth is that salvaging is extremely dangerous. Most ships that sink are in deep waters where the divers must contend with intense water pressure. They also have to deal with strong currents, bad weather, and poor visibility. To make things worse, there are laws in many countries that allow the salvors to keep a percentage of the treasure they find. This creates a dangerous incentive where people are willing to take extreme risks to find valuable artifacts. Sometimes the artifacts are literally just under the noses of authorities who do not want them to be stolen. The race to find sunken treasure can be fierce, and many lives have been lost to it. 4 is the demolition worker. Demolition workers are the guys who get to blow stuff up for a living, which probably sounds pretty cool, but it's actually a high-risk job. In 2010, over 90 demolition workers died on the job. The most common cause of death is building collapse. Demolition workers use heavy explosives to bring down large parts of buildings, but if the explosives aren't used properly, the structure could collapse unexpectedly and crush those nearby. Demolition workers also face the risk of fires, electrical shock, and being hit by falling debris. But when all is said and done, few jobs are as rewarding as demolition. There's something very cathartic about watching a building get destroyed. No. 3 is the street sweeper. Believe it or not, street sweepers are actually at risk of being hit by cars more than twice as much as police officers. Sweepers often have to work late at night with heavy machinery that makes them hard to see. Drivers often do slow down when they see a street sweeper, and many lives are lost due to this every year. No. 2 is logging is one of the most dangerous jobs in America, coming in at number 2. In fact, logging was once again the deadliest job in America in 2010, claiming the lives of 76 people. These workers are often injured by fallen trees and tree limbs. In addition, they have to deal with the risk of being crushed by heavy machinery and falling rocks. Number 1 is the roofer. Being a roofer comes with a lot of danger. Roofs are very slippery, and a mistake could send a roofer plummeting to their death. In fact, roofers have the highest rate of fatal falls out of any profession. Comment below which of these jobs you would do for the money, and which you would never do, no matter how much they paid you. Like and subscribe for more videos like this, and have a good one.